Hello, this is Mike Walt from LM3 again. In the previous two videos, I've shown how to set up the system from scratch and place it in step mode. Now we're going to configure an inspection of these parts, of this part. I'm going to go into options, and we're going to sequencing options in this case. And I'm going to use Tensorflow for the detection in this example. So I'm going to select my ABC program code, and I'm going to specify the path. So I've set the URL to localhost 5001. That's where the server is located. I've associated that with program code ABC. But since this model that was trained on color images, which is not critical, but it'll work better in this case without training the model, I am going to associate the inspection with camera 1. And I'm going to set the camera profile to none in this case. Now I need to go into the Tensorflow settings and calibrate this particular camera. So what I do is I select a path to a picture in which I know that the part's present in a good location, and I set up my calibration score tolerance. So I'm going to just use 10% in this case, and I'll explain. And the default of 75 for the model score filter. I'm going to disable order verification, and I'm going to set up verbose overlay with the overall results in the top left corner, so up here somewhere. So save those settings, and then I'll calibrate the detection model. So this process involves using the picture that we indicated was a golden part or a good part and calibrating against that part. So the model returned a score of 99.85, and since we had a 10% tolerance configured, the score threshold is going to be set to 89.85% certainty. We're not using order. We only have one part in this case. So, and the overlap score is 100%. Because this object's exactly where we expect it to be. So that's all there is to the calibration side of this. That can be done every time that you change your machine, change your setup. Well, in the sequencing configuration program, you can also continuously test by pressing the test analysis button based on the program code you selected, and continuously take pictures and run analysis. When you're ready to quit, just stop this program and it'll return back to the main menu. So now I'm going to exit back to the operational program, and I'm going to manually trigger the system. I'm going to grab again to actually get an image. And then the inspection is done on the first image only, just based on the way that it was configured. So that's all there is to setting up an inspection. You of course need to have a trained model first. That's something to work with LM3 on producing. But once it's produced, once it's on your machine, the setup of running that actual inspection is very quick and easy.